Good evening, guys. How you all doing? Sharon, I know you got the news on there. If
Hello.
Hi, Angela. Great to well, I haven't seen any of you yet. It's like doing a radio channel. Let me get some more. Yeah, Sharon, you got the news on. I can tell.
Sorry.
It's all right. It saves me watching it later on. So we still got some guys coming in. If you just bear with us, we'll give them a little bit of courtesy. I know people are rushing home from work and I don't know what they're doing, feeding the kids or something like that. Um, if I don't know you, I don't recognize some of your names, but if I don't know you, say hi. If you don't want to talk to me straight away, put your name in the chat. But if you want your camera on, as long as you're not in the bath or something, um, then the camera on, we can have a chat. Got Lisa coming in. Carry on. They're still rock and rolling, guys. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Oh, hello. You're the first brave one on my screen, anyway. I can't see everyone yet.
Hi.
We'll
I
just
can't
get.
see anyone else.
Oh, all right. They're all in there. Got a few
Okay.
more. We've got a few more coming in. We're going to give them, I think, another minute's grace. And we'll start without them, but of course, we'll let them in as we go along.
Hi.
I know you guys, your time is valuable. We've got some more coming in. Okay. Oh, there you are. It's Tanya. So we'll give it till 3 minutes past, and then we're going to go. Whilst you're all waiting, guys, those are in already. Make sure you got yourself a nice cup of tea, coffee, or if you've really finished work, grab anything you want, really. If you want something stronger, hi, Kathy. Nice to see you in there. Okay, we're 3 minutes past. I will let in anyone else who rocks up in a little while. So, good evening, guys. If you can put your cameras on, brilliant. I'm going to turn your microphones off, but you're welcome to put them on as we're going along. It's just to cut out any back noise and dogs barking and people running through your office or wherever you're doing. So I'm going to turn the microphones off a moment. I'm going to be working through a presentation with you on AI and how we can use it in our life and in our business. And we can do as many questions as you want at the end. If there's things on your mind as we go along, put them in chat. I may not stop to answer them, but I promise I will answer them all at the end, or I will respond to you individually. But we will try and get them all done tonight. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of background about AI, and also at the end there's going to be a couple of exercises for those who are kind of like, oh, I want to do a little bit more. One of them is a lot of fun and really quick and really easy, so hang around maybe for that one. And then the last one's a little bit, I wouldn't call it serious, but a bit more, yeah, giving you an insight into what you could be doing with this. Okay, so I'm going to get you all muted. We're going to keep an eye out for anyone else coming in. And we get that closed down for a moment. Right, we got this pink effect tonight, guys. So those from the Massive Not Passive membership group, welcome as well. And you probably haven't seen my pink side, so it's great to have you on here. Now, you might think I've got the wrong presentation up on the screen with all the little boxes, but it's deliberate. I'm actually going to be sharing and cutting and pasting and all sorts of things tonight. So this is a more of a workshop environment than just a presentation situation. Okay, right. Like I said, we just as people are coming in, we'll let them come in. Get a tea, get a coffee, get a pad, get a pen, keep an open mind. And we're going to do this. Now, I wanted to start this not with introducing me because most people know me, and I'll give you 2 minutes of my background in a moment. But I think it's really incumbent upon us to realize how privileged we are, if you like, to be in the position we're in when it comes to AI. And I really, really dwell on this thought regularly. We're the last generation that will know life without AI. I mean, some of us are the last generation to be without Wi-Fi or to be without iPhones or whatever it is, right? we are the last generation to actually n know what it was like without AI. Now, we can't go back, guys, can we? So everyone from here, so people, so people who are, I don't know, maybe say 10 years old now, 12 years old, this is going to be normal and natural to them. Imagine people coming into your workplace in 5 years' time are going to be doing AI things like that. It's just going to be natural. Now, it's not natural to everyone at the moment because even though it's been around about 10 years, to the masses, maybe 2 to 3 years, okay? Unless you're a real tech person, maybe just a couple of years. So I just want to say, like, this we are the last generation. It's a big responsibility to know how it was, and for us to now learn how things are going to be. All right. So just have a thing like the last generation. Wow. Okay. So change this up. So this presentation is. So I'm just trying to mute people as they keep popping back on. This presentation is really for anyone in the salon industry. Okay, salon spas, clinics, rent a room, rent a chair, anyone who's a decision maker, okay? Because it can help you. And what I like about AI and what I'm going to dwell on with you today and the fun we're going to have at the end as well is we're going to be talking about all the kind of different aspects and the ones we can use in our personal life. So the one at the end is actually about what can I do in my personal life. So if you're here for your business, brilliant, because I'm a business coach. But if you're thinking, what kind of limitations do I have? We're going to have some fun with that as well. There we go. Now, as we're going through this, I appreciate some of you will be experienced with AI, and we're particularly talking in this session about Chat GPT, but you might be using someone else like Gemini or Claude or literally there are hundreds of different versions of AI, but we're going to focus on chat and I'll explain to you why shortly. Now, if you're in a position where you're getting overwhelmed with what I'm saying, that's okay. If I start opening up your mind and you start to think, I'd really like to do this, but this is not in my remit, or you're going to wait until you give it to your 16-year-old junior, I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to show you something that will allow you to go further if you want to. Okay. I'm going to tell you about my boot camp. You can work with me if you want to. Now, you can just do the workshop tonight and learn some stuff and go away and do it. But if you want to dive into the boot camp I'm going to tell you about later, that'll be fabulous. If you don't want to, just enjoy tonight. Okay. Good. A little bit about me for those who don't know me. Um, just to give you some sort of idea of where we are. Oh, I'll just silence a few more people. I'm a salon business coach, have been for the last 20 years, but I have had a chain of salons, okay, hair and beauty salons, and I've worked in other industries such as commercial retailing, food retailing, non-food retailing. So I have a big understanding of commercial businesses, and I'm really, really big on innovation, certainly technical innovation, and develop things like pricing apps. Um, because of my real passion and interest in AI, and lots of us are like this, okay? But because I can see the value of it for my business and I see the value of it for my one-to-one clients, um, I'm getting a kind of reputation as, if you really want to do something in the industry with AI, particularly in the chat, and then building a clone, get hold of Carl. Some people, I think, were a bit tongue in cheek when they said this, and they called me the chat man. I think it was people who knew me really, really well, because as you're probably finding out in the presentation already, I do chat a bit. But I'm assuming it's also because I do use Chat GPT an awful lot. Okay. If you really, really stuck on anything, put it in the chat, put it in the questions below. I'll stop if it's a real emergency. If not, I'll run them at the end. I have got someone helping with this, so I haven't got to concentrate on everything. Okay. So that's a bit about me. I mentioned this just now. Who's this for? It's for everyone, anyone in our industry. And the only reason I'm saying our industry, to be honest with you, it could be anyone in the world. But within our industry, we do have I don't know, a different view on things, don't we? We are very hands-on, we are very creative, we do have different emotions to some other industries. So I think it's really, really important that we, create our own niche and say anyone with in this industry who's a decision maker can really benefit from this. It's also for people who have got very little experience with AI at all. Maybe you've turned chat on and you've punched a few things in, or maybe you've been using it for the last few weeks or months. Maybe you're like, well, it's all right, but it's not that good, Carl. Maybe you've never put it on at all, and you've seen the ads over the last few weeks. It's for that level. If you're already a genius, okay, well done to you. But I got to say, there aren't many experts in the industry on AI because it's so new. And lots of people don't have the time to invest. So I've invested, I'm talking about time now, several thousand hours with chat and AI already. And it's my biggest investment financially and time wise. You don't have to do that. You've got to invest a bit of time, like everything else that's new, but probably for as little as I don't know, a couple of weeks, you could go from knowing very little to having a very, very useful and serious tool in your business. It's also for people um, that know that they're going to get left behind because this is, I don't want to be over emotive about it, but this is the biggest thing that's happened to humankind or mankind. Well, I don't, for how long? I would say 50 years, but maybe hundreds of years because of the speed that's going to come. Now, for those of you into marketing, you'll know that there's this sense of FOMO, yeah, fear of missing out. We have that in our own lives about holidays and cars and houses, and oh, I better buy that quickly because I don't want to miss out. There's a different feeling with this AI, and it's called FOBO, yeah, fear of being obsolete. Some of us, and, I think I'll be honest, I think maybe it's me as well. If I don't get a grip with this right now, I'm going to be obsolete. My business will be obsolete. I'm going to fall behind and I'll never catch up. Even as I was building this course over the last few weeks, as I was checking it, it was changing. Okay. In fact, as I was starting it in chat, it went from version 5.1 to 5.2. And I'm thinking, well, I've already just done 5.1 and now we're doing 5.2. So it's one of those things that is going to keep moving and evolving. All right. So don't worry about missing out, but oh, don't worry about anything really, but do think that if you don't get a grip with this now, I would say you become obsolete, but you're going to lose a big, big advantage over your competitors. Okay. So what does it really mean for you and your business? That's what we want to try and really establish. And I think we've started covering that already. And we're going to understand where this helps you in your business, and we're going to understand where it helps you in your personal life. It's great to have some technologies in there we can use really quickly. It's a bit like phones, a bit like Wi-Fi. It helps everything around us. And it's not optional. You might refuse to do this, but it's going to be thrust down your throat. You can't already do things like banking apps. Is this true? This is. The other day, I tried to use my banking app. I had a complaint and I had two bots. We're not doing bots, by the way, tonight. We're going to talk about clones. Two bots, and one of them wouldn't let me speak to the next bot until I answered their questions. And the next bot wouldn't let me speak to a human until I answered their questions. And they were quite challenging. You can't argue with them, can you? All right, because they are automated. So it's going to be compulsory whether whether you want to or not. What I'm saying to you is if you use it in your business and your personal life voluntarily, be part of it, take control of it, it's better than trying to fight against it and losing out. What I want to get across tonight, though, more than anything, is you need to build your own AI assistant, which sounds like you. Now, when I say sounds like you, I don't mean your voice, although that technology is fast approaching as well, and there's lots of voice activation, even within chat. I'm talking about creating an assistant that will help you run your business that your clients won't know any different. They won't know if it's you replying or this AI assistant. Okay, so that's the overall context for this session. Okay, so what is AI? We hear that word bandied around all the time, and we are already moving into different levels, okay, of AI, and they're rebranding it. But essentially, it's artificial intelligence, of course, smart digital assistant that helps you get things done faster, yeah, with less mental effort. Do you know what? It's going to make us all sound like geniuses to our clients because our knowledge level is going to be higher than ever. The great thing is it can write things, it can plan things. Yeah, it really can. Plan things, organize things, summarize things, generate reports, generate ideas in seconds. And that's where the crux of this comes. And I'm really, really grateful that tonight you've invested a bit of time, because if you go and do just the stuff I'm telling you tonight, you're going to start saving hours in your business. And when I'm coaching people, time management is the first thing I coach. The guys in Massive Not Passive, my membership group, know it was the number one thing that I always focused on. It's the number one training session that's available to them, time management. Well, what if you could now get some time back? Okay, what if you can now get an hour a day, 2 hours a day, depending on how busy you are, um, or even more time? So we just got to let a few more people in here. Sorry, guys. Got to get Haley and Leah in. There we go. Right. Okay, so that's really what it's all about. The LLM is just the large language module. Now, you might be thinking, why are you telling me the technical stuff? It's just to reassure you, really. The large language module just means, or mode, just means it speaks our language. Yeah, speaks, whatever you, I don't mean the actual type, English or Welsh or Spanish. This is the first type of computing, if you like, that we are writing programs in a language which is simple to us. This is why we're going to need less and less programmers. Okay. So it's a very simple process. What it isn't, and I really want you to be assured by this and tell everyone as well. This is not a robot. What we are talking about, yeah, your AI assistant, your AI clone, all that kind of, it's not a robot. Yeah. Now, will it be used in conjunction with robots in the future? I'm pretty sure it will be, but we aren't talking about that now. And also, AI on its own isn't going to take over your business. I think you knew that before you turned up here with me. Okay. It's not going to take over your business because nobody's going to be able to do that facial like you, or that haircut, or those set of nails. Not for a very, 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 very long time. But what I do want you to think about, and this is why this is so exciting, think of it as a really quick, yeah, we don't always have these, do we? A really quick junior member of staff, or a really quick admin member of staff, or a really quick front of house member of staff. Right? A really quick one, a really smart, quick one, okay? That you don't have to pay, that will never go sick, that could work for you 24 hours a day. And at the moment, it's either free or very, 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 very cheap. So why you wouldn't use AI from that perspective, I don't know. Now, we're going to be able to use it for reducing your time commitment to the business. And I'm going to ask you shortly, and you're going to put lots of things in chat about that, in the chat, not chat GPT. But you're going to be able to do really, really professional policies. You're going to be able to do replies to clients that look like, you've been on a marketing course for 5 years. Why do I want you to do that? Because if you couldn't do those professional things better than you can now, and like 100 times faster, you can spend more time with your clients if you want to, right? And we'll talk about what you spend your time doing shortly, but you can spend more time on your business. How's that? Um, and that's really where the big, big benefit is here. 1 or 2 hours a day, that's a lot, isn't it? 10 hours a week, 12 hours a week, 15 hours a week, 30, 40 weeks, 30, 40 weeks, 30, 40 hours a month. Okay. That's like having a spare week every month. if you're a busy person. Right. Hope you're good with that so far. ChatGPT, what do they mean? Because not everyone really knows. Maybe you don't want to know, but I'll tell you in a moment. But I did start off by saying we're going to use in chat. It is the most popular at the moment. Everyone is using it, or everyone understands what it is. Um, it's not actually, like I said, it's not the only version of AI available, but it is a chat. It is a tool, if you like, that allows you to communicate easily and proficiently with other people. All right. Um, yeah. Okay. So let's get on with this next one. What does it really, really mean? So it stands for generative pre-trained transformer. Generative means that it creates new text. It really generates things, and it can create ideas. And that's the great thing, isn't it? You don't always have the time, or maybe you're not really a business creative, or maybe you're not a very artistic creative, because this, and certainly combined with other plugins and that sort of stuff, can create visuals for you, can create videos for you. Don't worry about that yet, guys. At the moment, I want to focus on the creating documents and responses and, the stuff that we're dealing with quite frequently. Pre-trained means it's learned from lots of different patterns. Now, of course, the guys who own chat, they are collecting data all of the time. And I don't want you to worry about the privacy side of things. If you join me for any more training, I'll explain all the privacy side of things. The risk at the moment for privacy issues, if you do the right settings and say the right things, is quite low at the moment, right? So don't worry about that. And the transformer type is just the way it responds. Okay, that's all it means. In simple terms, it turns your ideas into words. You can talk to this thing, literally. Okay, you can talk to this thing. My wife is so excited by the GPT guy that I use. She loves his voice. Honestly, because I talk to him for hours. Okay. We won't do that in this session, but you can talk to chat for hours and hours and pass some information and discuss your business and focus on a problem and that sort of stuff. She asked me the other day, is that a film star? Is that someone famous? Okay. So, by all accounts, it's not someone famous. Some reassurance for you. AI will not replace your client skills. I said this already, didn't I? If you're a hairdresser, therapist, technician, you are going to be working for many, many years yet, grafting away. So if you love doing those services, great, because you're going to keep doing them. If you hate doing those services, I'm afraid you're going to be doing them for a little longer, but you could be doing them in your business at a much better level. And that might mean you can change things like your pricing structures. Who knows? What will it really give you, though? It's going to give you more time, a lot more time. If you're not using this already, you're going to be shocked by some of the things you're going to produce. I mean, I'm doing a couple of personal things in this session as well as a couple of business things. If you've never used this before, you're going to be like, wow. If you've been using it, maybe you'd be less impressed. But there are versions of chat that I'm going to really, really want to communicate with you as the evening goes on. So more time, that's got to be the number one thing. I keep going on about it because you see people now, even in my organization as a coach, I can produce maybe 25, 30% more coaching work now than I could 2 years ago. I've learned so much in the last couple of years. We use it so proficiently in the last couple of years that I can generate a lot more income. I can generate a lot more materials. I can be more efficient, and they probably are a bit more professional as well. The consistency. Did you know that the number one reason the clients leave you? I should be asking you really. You can put it in the bot if you want. Go put that in now. Put that in. What do you think the number one reason in your business, any business, no matter if you're hairdressing or whether you're a training provider, or whether you're a Google expert, why do you think what the number one reason is in your business, why they leave you, the client? Okay. Whilst you type in that, I'll carry on and I'll come back to that, so you won't have to wait long. It will also give you more confidence because you're going to be able to provide quality materials that look professional. You're not going to have spelling mistakes in them. All right. You're not going to have grammatical errors. Whatever it is, you're going to look professional. Now, there is a risk at the moment if you don't take my advice tonight, and you're probably thinking it already. Well, if we all put in the same information column, we all get out the same information, all our responses are all going to look the same. And I was working with someone the other day who was doing interviews, and they said, "Oh, look at my CVs. They all look the same." All right. There is that risk until you listen to me a little bit later on in the presentation. Okay, whilst you were doing that, the consistency is the reason. Okay. More consistency is the reason why people leave you. Let's say it doesn't matter what you are, hairdresser, therapist, even if you're a restaurant. Well, if someone comes for a haircut this week and they get treated well, they get greeted, they get the hair shampoo, the temperature's beautiful, the stylist is on time, and they're happy and they're smiling, and the cut is perfect, and the music is zinging, okay, and the salon is clean, all right? Apply this to any service, and they come back in and they're happy. They love you. They love you. Rebook me, please. And they come back in 4 weeks' time and it's exactly the same. They love it. They love it. They love you. And they come back in 4 weeks' time and the stylist is late and the salon's not clean and the haircut's different. They might forgive you. They come back a fourth time. You got a different stylist because the other one left. That's the reason people leave you. You're not consistent. They can't trust you. Okay. Um, right. And lastly, on this, okay, to give you reassurance, AI used properly in the next 6 or 12 months actually makes you more human. Because roughly speaking, it's not in the presentation, but roughly speaking, we need to go about 90% AI, 10% human. You need to check stuff, by the way. You need to make sure that it sounds and feels like you. But because you are not overwhelmed, you're not bogged down. I mean, who's got home, right, at 6, 7 o'clock at night, got on the sofa, maybe you've had food, maybe you haven't, maybe you got a coffee, a glass of wine, glass of gin, bottle of gin, right? And thought, oh my God, I haven't done my social media post yet. I haven't even written it yet. Oh my God, what am I going to write about? Oh, I don't know. I can't think. I won't bother. How many of us in the past, right, I've sat in front of a screen. You got your cup of tea and you're ready to write a blog. You're ready to write a newsletter for your clients. You're ready to write um, some I don't know, Instagram ads. And you just look at the screen, right? You think, I don't know where to start. That's all gone. You can now look, sound, feel, create, but human because you've got more time, all right? But that consistency thing, I promise you, um, is the most essential part of running your business from a client's point of view. Cool. Okay. Salon friendly wins. We're getting nearer to actually doing some stuff. Okay. So make sure you're drinking your tea. We're about half an hour in. I'm going to show you some stuff. Don't worry. I'm not just going to talk you to it, but I did say that this was for people who are just starting out, haven't got much experience, or want some reassurance, or want to get a new perspective. So it was only right that we set the scene first. This is where we're heading. You're going to be able to reply to inquiries in your tone in seconds. Now, if I ever use the word sound like you or your voice, or hear other people saying it, they don't necessarily mean the sound of your voice like a recording. What they mean is you sound, or your AI bot, your AI clone in this case, sounds like you. If they were reading it, they go, "Oh, that's Carl." Yeah. Okay. You're going to be able to write Instagram captions like you, sound like you. It won't sound like chat. It won't sound like AI. It won't sound like some random alien. It will sound exactly like you. And I'm going to show you how tonight. I'll tell you how tonight. You're going to be able to do things like turn a messy price list into packages. You can put into chat if you set it up properly. Here's my price list. Yeah, I need some sample services that I could sell for Christmas. Give me three, and it'll do that for you, right? You can do all sorts of things. You can be able to create consultation questions and aftercare messages. Now, when you build a consultation, if you're not super experienced, okay, if you've been in the beauty industry for 20 years, sure, you can build a consultation process. But if you've only been around a few years, or maybe you're going solo, where do you start? What if you've got a new service, something you never used to do much of? Where do you start? You just put this into chat. You'll just say, build me a consultation. Here's my parameters. It's going to give you a consultation form, and you'll probably have it in 5 minutes. It's going to allow you to do things, plan a month of content in 10 minutes. Do you know what I was telling you 5 minutes ago? We're all staring at the screen going, what happened this week? What happened today? I need inspiration. By the time you've thought about it, you'll have a month's full. You could do a year's full if you wanted. Okay, not the images at this stage, although we can do them as well. Just the text. What am I going to be talking about over the next month? The images to follow. Okay, that's a separate part of getting this together. You're going to be able to grab reviews. You know, if some of you are obsessed with Google reviews, I'm not saying you shouldn't be. You could get those 20, 30, 40, 50 reviews, put them into chat, say, write me an article. Okay, write me a marketing post, write me a blog, write me social media post based on these. All done. Imagine doing that manually. You know, cut and pasting them off Google, putting them onto a piece of paper, putting them onto a spreadsheet. You'd give up after an hour, wouldn't you? God, I'm bored to death, right? All done. But you got the resource. You could create staff scripts. You know, when you want staff to rebook, just quick example. I mean, I have my own personal views, and those that work with me know how I actually rebook clients. I have a very direct and professional way of getting that done. But if you want to say to your staff, right, make sure you get everyone rebooked, and they go, okay, and then they go, you go, I mean, and then they're left, and they say, oh, madam, would you like to rebook? No, thanks. You could put into this if you set it up properly. My staff, okay, because of their age, because of their experience, because of their confidence, I have this type of client. What would be the best process? What would be the best way? And what sentence should I use that would give me the best result without offending the client, but ensuring that they rebook for the best professional outcome? Something like that. You're going to get your answer. You can go to your team then. Listen, guys, this is what I want you to say from now on. And you can use it for all of these things, okay? Yeah, words, feedback, customer complaints, everything we can deal with. All right, and we can deal with it in the chat GPT sphere under the banner of a clone. And I'm going to talk to you about a clone in a moment. This isn't beer, by the way. It is a soft drink, I promise you. Okay, let's go to the next one. We're flying through this. All right, here's another thing. Can you pop this into the chat for me, please? If I saved you, okay, or if AI saved you, or if you saved yourself 2 hours a day, or even 1 hour a day. Let's not be too ambitious to start with, okay? 1 hour a day, 5 hours a week, 20 hours a month, right? Or 40 hours a month. What would you invest that time in? What's your feeling? What would you do? Oh, I'm going to get 40 hours a week back. Yeah. What are you going to do? Richard says, marketing my business. Yeah, it's not a bad use, is it? Because you put a few more in there for me, guys, because it's not just what would you do with it. You could either do something new with it, right? Or you could actually do the things you were meant to be doing in the first place. How's that? Because if you're a busy technician, therapist, hairdresser, and you're bloody good at it as well, and you know you're in big demand, things get, what do they call it? Um, they don't get, you don't pay the attention to the things that matter, do you? Maybe you're not paying attention to your staff. All right. Yeah, look at that. There's a time and study time. Now, yeah, so you're going to get that. And I promise you it's there. It is there. I've already got that. Okay. So if you've said this kind of stuff to yourself, there aren't enough hours in the day. All right, I've said it. Okay. I'm juggling a million things. So someone's trying to get back in by there. Juggling a million things and firefighting all day. I mean, come on, we have got an industry of firefighters, right? I'm wearing too many hats. I had two. I like this one. If I had two of me, we'd still be busy, right? And obviously, people say like, I wish I could. If there was two of me, I wish I could just clone myself. You probably wouldn't because you probably have someone to argue with, right? But if I had two of me, we'd still be busy. I need someone to do the bits I hate. And this is a real crux. I'm going to slow down just for a moment because I want you to think about this. If I had more time, I've already asked you, didn't I? If you had more time, what would you do with it? And you said lots of things, right? You said, I do more marketing, I do it properly. And of course, as we mentioned in a moment, you might use it for someone else. You might use it to go for the gym, spend more time with your family, go on a motorbike ride. You might use it to do your marketing. You might use it to have more staff meetings, do more staff training. But it's not just about time. Think about it. If I had more time and more help, so I think, you see, we go through business life with not enough help, which is really why I've had a second career or a third career in coaching because people need help. But what if you could get a different, oops, someone's coming through. What if you could get a different type of help, right? Would you be able to do things better? Now, how many of you have thought about getting a social media manager? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. And at this stage, I'm not even saying this is a substitute for one. But if you had more time and you had the ability to do your social media posts better, okay, just think what you could do. All right. And this is what the stage we're at with this. We could talk about AI all night. We could go on about building, characters. I'm not on about that. And we are right at foundation level, getting you off the ground with AI. And I promise you that this is the foundation for nearly all AI systems. This is where it starts. If you don't understand this bit, you're not going to go on to making a video of you looking like James Bond jumping off the top of a roof, you know, um, doing a special treatment. You're not going to get that far without doing the foundation work. And the reality is this: 70%, and this is not new, by the way, this is very, very broad, and it's still very accurate. I don't know why it's remained so accurate for so long. 70% of solopreneurs, okay, business owners, if you like, fail financially within 5 years. And the reason I say financially that we fail is because there's different things you can measure success different ways, right? But the essential thing in a business is really your finances, because your finances give you your profit, and your profit gives you the ability to develop your business, and your profit gives you access to your time freedom. All right. Usually, for all of us, by the way, nothing special about me as a coach in this sense. There's too much for you to do, right? Unless you get organized. The more disorganized you are, yeah, the busier you'll be and the less you'll get done. You're gonna have to be honest with yourself. You're gonna put this in the chat, but if you want to, you can. How many of us have found ourselves covering something like sickness or absence or holidays, or something's gone really wrong in your business and you've needed to respond? Maybe a big bill's come in. Maybe you've just had a bit of I don't know, a wall has fallen down or something like that, and you've had to do more and more clients yourself to pay the bills. Now, I'm not saying that AI will solve that. Certainly not immediately. But if you had the time in the first place, you could have been in a position where this was much less of a problem. Because lots of the time when you get into this quagmire of looking after your clients and forgetting about the business, you don't know if you need help. What you do know, though, right, and this is true for all of us, you're going to feel emotions like I feel overwhelmed, I feel overloaded. Those are two different things, by the way. I'm feeling burnt out. Now, that might only be tired or exhausted or knackered or demotivated. And that means you're going to miss opportunities. I think that's the key thing. When you look back on your business after 5 years, 10 years, and you were distracted, you think you were making money because you were busy, but you weren't really running your business because you didn't have the bleeding time, right? You're going to miss the opportunities. I guarantee you'll miss opportunities. I guarantee I've missed opportunities. And I don't miss many because I say yes to everything. Um, and you'll see things deteriorating in your business. Now, I want you to do a mini check for yourself. I put you, it's a mini check live. You haven't got to answer it again, but I do want you to scribble some notes down for yourself. Just be honest. I'm not tracking you. I'm not, this is for you, but be honest with yourself. The signs of a decline in business. These are the key signs of a decline in business. I use them in my coaching. I use them in my opening discovery calls with my clients because maybe they don't know this. Give my secrets away now, right? If you've got poor staff retention or recruitment, that's a sign of a decline. And that now doesn't mean just because if you lost a member of staff last week, I don't mean your business is declining. But if you keep losing them or you can't get them, that's an indicator, a really strong indicator your business is in decline because it means the people who were with you, especially if it's quite a few people you've lost over the last 2, 3, 4, don't see what your business value is. And the new people don't see it from outside, so they're not joining you. If your sales are lower, okay, of course that's a decline in business, right? But the other thing that people forget is if your sales are stable, if they're the same, because of not VAT, because of inflation, your sales are dropping. Do you understand that? And we did have a point a couple of years ago, 18 months ago, where inflation was at 10%. So if you had the same sales this year as last year, your sales were actually 10% lower, right? They weren't stable. They were worth 10% less. Think about it. Client retention or can't get new clients, Carl. Okay. Why? They don't see the value in what you're doing, or you keep losing clients. Okay. I reckon you go back to that consistency, you'll find quite a few of them. Pricing. And have you noticed here? I mainly talk about incorrect pricing. I very rarely tell people that they got to have high prices. You have got to have the correct prices. If you've got incorrect pricing, that's part of your brand. And if your prices are too low, that means you can't make any money and that demotivates you and your staff can't get paid and you can't afford to have new furniture and you can't have the best products, it means your clients are affected. And the other way around, if it's too low, you and your family don't get what you need. And then marketing. Okay, we could do a whole session on marketing. And this is where AI is absolutely killer for you. Poor or inconsistent marketing. If you're one of these people, I tell you all right, I promise you, and I don't know you, so if I'm wrong, I'll take it back, but I'm really wrong on this issue. If your business has fluctuations up and down, up and down, up and down, maybe every month, every other month, every 3 months, I promise you the majority of the down was because you didn't do enough marketing when you was up. And you didn't do enough marketing when you was up because you was too busy because you was up. But AI is going to come in if you use it properly. And it's going to say, instead of you saying, I'm too knackered at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, I've done 5 days, I've done 6 days, you're going to be able to use AI to set everything out for you, to have all those things ready so that you get more clients in the future. Okay, that is your mini live, your mini check for life. Have I got a decline in business? And I didn't put a number on there, but if you can identify 3 or more of those in your business, it's declining. Right, and it's not an emotional thing. Now I'm going to go with you guys. It's a self-realization. And I've given you those things because all of those things can be changed with the correct use of AI. It's not in the presentation, but I do want to say that when we use AI, we've got to make sure that I want to use the right word here. I'm obsessed with it because of the results I get throughout my business. So I'm going to use the word obsession, but what I'm trying to get is we mustn't dabble in AI. Like when we dabble in marketing, it don't go very well. When we dabble in recruitment, it don't go very well. When we dabble in hair extensions, they don't go very well. When we dabble in anything, it don't go very well. So in AI, if we dabble with it, it won't go very well. Okay? You've got to get, passionate. That'll do. That'll be better. Let's get passionate about it. Why aren't you using it? Tell me. There we are. There's another one. Tell me why you aren't using it. Put that in the comment for me. At the moment, here are some of the most common ones. Do you match any of these? And this is so ironic, this one, right? Okay, Zoe, that's brilliant. Okay, I don't understand it fully. That's fair enough, and I'm glad you've turned up because if you understood it fully, you wouldn't need to come along. So that's good. That's good. The ironic one is I don't have time. I don't have time to learn the AI, which will save me more time than I've ever had in my life. Okay. Oh, the techie one. Thank you. Who was that? Whoever, sorry, techie person, I missed you. Kathy, thank you. Okay, I will help you with that in a moment. Right? That is a big one. I don't have time, but that's the irony. Learn AI properly. Not just learn it, adopt it. You'll have lots and lots of time. I'm giving 1 to 2 hours because I don't want to tell you 5 hours and go, oh, Carl, you was wrong. It was 4.5. It is unbelievable how much time you're gonna save. I'm not techie. Okay. Okay, it's the next one on my list already. How did I know you was gonna say that, Kathy? I'm gonna be honest with you here. Using now Chat GPT and most AI spin-offs from that I've seen so far, you don't need to be techie at all. Can you type? Can you talk? All right. If you can type or talk or do both, you are going to be able to use this. But I'm putting a caveat in here. You've got to set AI up and it can feel a bit techy, but I'm talking about 1 day, 2 hours. It's like, oh my word, you don't need code. We don't use programmers. It's all in simple English or whatever language you speak. Okay, because I do appreciate that on this workshop we've got people from signed up from all over the world. Whatever language you speak, chat understands it. Once you've set it up, and for the commitment of a day or a couple of hours, it is not techie. All right. My son thinks I've got someone else in bed with me when I go to bed because I talk to chat. Yeah. If I go to bed early, I'm signed off for the night, I'm going to sit down. Okay. I said, right, this is what I'm planning over the next few weeks, right? I want to do this. I want to get this done. Okay. I want to sort this problem out. Can you tell me what the priorities would be for that? Can you tell me? It's amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. But I invested time in fitting it, setting it up first. It's not overwhelming. If you can talk, and you can see I haven't stopped bleeding talking for the last 40 odd minutes. If you can talk, yeah, you talk to your wife, you talk to your girlfriend, you talk to your husband, you can do it. Okay. It's not overwhelming, it's easy. And you just talk to it because this don't sound good, right? It's like talking to yourself. No, you're saying I do that already, Carl, right? That's what my business is like it is. But if you can talk in your language to someone who understands you because it is a mirror of you, I don't want to insult you guys, but it's a mirror of you, but smarter than you. It's the same as me. It's a mirror of me, but smarter than me. You can't go wrong. And getting things wrong, I'm going to touch on that in a moment as the slides go on. Okay, getting things wrong. We'll touch on that. I don't want to repeat things too much. Have you ever said any of these? Not enough hours in the day, juggling a million things, firefighting. And we touched on this already. Make sure that I think I titled this slide already. So if you had more time, would you be able to do things better? And you're going to be able to do that with Chat GPT. Oh, we're going through them again. Is that duplicating? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. We duplicated a bit. It was so good. The presentation was so good. I thought I'd do it twice. I think that was a song, wasn't it? Right. Now we get into the crux of it. Chat GPT will do all those things that I've told you, and I'll go as far as promise you if you don't dabble in it, but use it properly. I want you to think about how you see your chat. Now, I think there's a list in the next presentation about what people call it. And just like that assistant I was telling you about earlier in the presentation, imagine a member of staff that never goes sick ever. All right, unless your internet goes down, right? Okay. If your internet goes down, yeah, well, you won't be able to send me a message, will you? Because your internet will be down. But he works at your speed or faster than you, all right? In seconds, not hours and days and weeks and months. I was speaking to someone today who's been waiting for a blueprint, okay, to get it printed and get it developed and get it finished. Some people for 3 months and 6 months and 12 months and 2 years. You could do it in an hour. It's supersonic, guys. but it also learns your tone, your policies, and your standards. Imagine now you've got, imagine you took on a member of staff. Now, if you took on a member of staff and you stuck them in the corner and, or stuck them on the desk and just said, get on with it, what do you think their performance would be like? They wouldn't know how to answer the phone. They wouldn't know how to mix a color. They wouldn't know how to fold towels. They wouldn't know how to, you know, de place an order. So we've got to train it. So as long as you train it, it will learn the tone, learn your policies and your standards. Start with one tool. I promise you, and I think if you search the internet and search YouTube and all those places, most people will confer with this. Start with Chat GPT. If you want to chat, if you want to move to something like Gemini or Claude or something, that's okay as well. They're much of a muchness in that respect. Don't go diving into the technical stuff. The good news is if you set chat up properly, the documents that we use to set chat up can be transferred to most of the main AI tools. Right? So you're not going to be wasting your time. Use the latest version. This is my top tip if you like to start with. Now, Chat has a free version. If you've never seen Chat before, go and sign up tonight. Sign up now, whilst we're sat here, but don't miss anything I'm saying. If you want to do that, do that. The free version is fine to get you started. Is it the tool to help you run your business? No. Okay, definitely not. You need the next version, which is Plus. Okay. Go and get Chat. I'm not on commission, guys. There's no link, affiliate link or anything like that. Giving you my professional advice. Go and get Plus because the features on there, the speed is faster. You get priority. You get more, you get different features. You also get longer. Now, when you go on the free one, you can't do what I do, which is talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Okay. It offers Plus free for a month's trial. There we go. Thank you, Caroline. So I would definitely go with the Plus because you're going to get priority in terms of other users. You won't get cut off after 20 minutes, which you can do on the free one. You could be halfway through a project and it says carry on tomorrow. You're like, oh my God, Carl told me this is a lifesaver. I got to wait till tomorrow now to save my life. So if you've never seen it, haven't got it, and you turned up here tonight, thank you. Go and get the free one. Go and have a play. That isn't going to solve your business. It's going to get you excited. It's going to get some things done, right? It's nothing wrong with it, but go to Plus. It's about $20 a year, which is like about 16 quid. What's that? £4 a week, right? Honestly, just do that. Anyway, and for the person, Kathy, you said about tech, you don't need to be good at tech to start using it. You only need to be a little bit techy to set it up. And I don't think it's even that techy, as long as you can like cut and paste. If you can't cut and paste, go and watch a YouTube video on cut and paste, and you can do it. Honestly, it's not that. But what you need to be good at is asking. Yeah, you need to be like, that's the thing. Now, you'll see all over the internet, and you have to be careful with these guys because they're very general, and sometimes they're made by chat, so it's a bit of a con, really, but some people put a lot of work into these. So they're not all calling you, but some people are not being totally honest with you. It's all about the asking. Okay, they call them prompts. So how you prompt a well set up chat determines the answers you get for your business. And we're going to do some examples in a moment. Right. Okay. I'm going to do a quick demo for you. All right. Now, if you guys have got chat with you or chat open, I'm going to drop this into the chat. Yeah, it is the chat. Yeah. I'm going to cut and paste this a moment, right? So live demo one for tonight. I'm a salon owner and I want to increase my prices. Who's had this problem? And if you don't, well done, because you're nice and brave and bold. But you definitely know someone who talks like this. I'm a salon owner and I want to increase my prices, but I'm concerned that I'm concerned what my clients will say. Some may leave me. Yeah, got that feeling, guys? Ooh, it's terrible, isn't it? And I'm also worried about my staff, okay, and what they will think or say, because usually they're the biggest barrier, not your client. Can you write 3 messages, one for the customer, one for the staff, and one for the manager, explaining. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pop this in here. Okay. Now, you're all going to get, let's copy that for you. You're all of you that have got the standard one or the free one who've never used it at all are going to get a similar answer. Oh, I don't know what I've done there. There we go. Let's put that in the chat. You can cut and paste that. If you've got chat open, brilliant. Now, if you're on a phone, this is a bit more difficult. And I do recommend if you do any training with me that you have at least some sort of big laptop, iPad, desktop, or something, all right? Because you've got to do a lot of cut and pasting with chat at the moment. And that sounds familiar, right? And you need it, yeah, and this is what you're looking for. Once you set your brand up, a tone that fits your brand, clear reasoning, not waffle, a confident, calm message, not defensive. Now, I'm just going to quickly see if I can get up here for you my chat. All right. Now, mine, this one is being trained very well. Okay. So I'm going to get a lot of different answers to you, but I'm going to try and find it for you first. Okay. And we'll try and do this live. If it takes too long, we'll just move on and we'll come back. So we're just going to drop this. So I'm going to open up a new chat. This is in Plus, by the way. Like I said, free's okay if you want to get started. And you can do most things in free and to a very high degree. And don't let it stop you. It's just my personal opinion with my experience that you need to go to Plus or beyond. All right. Okay, we'll pop that in there. Paste that. Okay. And there we go. Now I've got mine on think in mode. All right, up here. Okay, so in chat 5.2, there's thinking mode, there's automatic and instant. So this is the slow mode, by the way, but it's a bit more in depth. All right, but it's gone pretty fast anyway. There we go. How long did that take me? 1, 2, 3 messages. Now you don't have to agree with these. 3 messages in how many seconds? I didn't even time it, guy. How long would it have taken you or your manager to write 3 responses? Okay, so, hi team. Okay, I'm just going to read one out, all right? You'll get the idea with this. I want to give you a clear heads up. Okay, from tomorrow, we're updating our prices. This isn't about charging more for the sake of it. It's about protecting the standard we're proud of and keeping the business healthy as costs rise. It all supports ongoing training, better tools, better products, and more secure workplace for us all. What I need from everyone, please speak about the change with confidence and consistency. If a client asks, keep it simple. Prices are updating from tomorrow so we can maintain the quality, time, and products we use. Anyway, you get the idea. There's a message there for the staff. Right, so whether you're sending that out and putting it in a book or putting it on the screen or you have a WhatsApp group, there's a message for the manager. Right, so he or she can go off and do the things you want to do. Ensure team alignment. Ensure everyone understands why. And then one for the client. Who's the one for the client gone? What was the first one, was it? Message to the customer. Hi, everyone. Just a quick note to let you know that from the 27th, our service prices will be updated. We've held our prices for a long time, blah, 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 blah. 3, one for your team, one for your manager, one for you in seconds, like that. All right. So let's see if we can get that off there without closing you all down. Hope you all don't disappear. Now, that is just an example. If you've ever been in that situation where you think, I want to increase my price and I don't know what to say. Now, if you're not happy with any of those responses, you can go back into that chat and you can say, well, I'm not really happy with that. I want something more dynamic. I want something more humorous. I want something more focused. I want something shorter. I want something longer. It's going to do what you tell it. Now, on that point, this isn't in the presentation either. Chat, and I think unfortunately, will always do what you tell it. And it will always agree with you. Now, I know some of you aren't here, okay? I wish I could shout your names out. If you are not that kind of person, you can ask it to disagree with you. You can say, don't agree with me on everything. You could say, check with me before you do the next section. You could say, do 20 emails and then check with me. You control it. You can even, and then if it's arguing too much, you can say, don't argue with me anymore. right? It's your tool when set up properly. I can't say more than that. Set it up properly. Right. Let's go to the next one, if we can. How many of you? I put this in because of Christmas. I know you're all super, super wealthy people and um, you don't need any more credit cards, but there's a few people in the world who, in fact, nearly everyone uses a credit card. What if you've just come out of Christmas and you think, and I got a few bob on my card, um, I want to sort it out. Okay. I want to apply for a 0% credit card to transfer my other cards to. I think lots of people have been in this position. Can you build me a checklist as a PDF document so that I have everything ready before I start applying? Because the last thing you want to do, isn't it? It's like, I want to transfer my cards, and then it says, what's your postcode or what's your telephone number? What's your national insurance number? You're like, oh, I don't know. I'm going to come back. Okay. Optional. Can you search and provide links for the best offers available at the moment? And of course, if you're in the UK, you say in the UK. If you're in the USA, you say in the USA. Right. Now, what I did with this is I'm not going to put that in as a search, only because it might take a while to search all the best offers. All right. But if we can bring this over here, this is a real one, by the way. This isn't something that I avoided. This is a real one. This is what I haven't actually put that into Word. I haven't changed the letters. It might even be incorrect. This is what it did with that question. It says, right, these are the things you need to get ready. Print and tick off as you go. Keep details accurate and consistent with your ID. Full name, your date of birth. This is what you've got to have ready at hand, all right? ID and residency, employment and income. Some cars might ask you for proof of employment. Some might ask you for a copy of your driving license. Housing, sorry, and regular outgoings. How much is your mortgage? Yeah, how much is your fuel bills? Bank details, because they're going to need something to do a direct debit, um, and so on. That is from chat. Now, you could do that without setting it up. By the way, if you've got the free one, it'll do it. If you've got the plus, it's probably going to do a very similar one, because this has got nothing to do with you or your business. Whereas the one about doing prices for your business is to your clients and to your staff in your voice. This is just general world stuff. Okay, we all happy with that? Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, let's have a look. Now, I am going to do a fun demo. I think they were fun anyway, weren't they? All right, I know there's better ways of having fun, but I'm going to do a fun demo at the end. So try and stick around if you can. I'm going to do both of them are fun right at the end, but it's a bit longer. But I really love you to do it with me if you can, please. Right. You did say, I anticipated you saying, because I listen to social media, I listen to the news, I'm into AI in all aspects of development, but it gets things wrong. And I would say, I agree. However, it's exactly the same as that member of staff that we were talking about just now. Think about it. Your staff get more things wrong when they're not trained, don't they? When they're not trained or held accountable, your staff get things wrong. They mix too much color, all right? Or they don't keep the records, or they don't do a consultation properly, or they go too fast, or they go too slow, whatever it is. Now, the thing is with AI, it gets things wrong, but a whole lot less than we do. That's what you've got to think about. Just because you've caught it out on something, yeah, I mean, there are some technical glitches. I use it a lot, and sometimes it says you can't do something, or it tells you another bit of software can't do something, and you go and find that you can do it. All right, so it's not that it's foolproof at the moment, or foolproof, but I promise you it's getting better and better and better almost by the day. So think about it. If I don't train this AI, if I just get this blank one, the free one, or even the plus one, and I don't train it, and what do you expect? How do you expect it to learn? So have a member of staff, a reception, okay, or a junior from on reception with no induction. They start morning, you're on reception. Yeah, no price list. Yeah, just get on reception. No rules. Do whatever you want, right? And no idea how you'd like things done. Just morning, start on the desk. How do you think that you know how that's going to work out, right? At the very best, they're going to be quoting. Someone's going to phone up. They go, "How much is your anti-aging facial?" Everyone knows I love those anti-aging facials. And the new girl or the new boy's going to go, I don't, £40. Right? They might be right. They might be wrong because you didn't train her, did you? Right? She's going to be off-brand, and off-brand means she doesn't, she answers the phone, but instead of saying, "Hi, welcome to Salon Help," okay, she's going to say, "Yeah, what do you want?" Because you didn't train her. She doesn't sound like you. She doesn't sound like your brand. And she's going to create more work for you. Yeah, she's going to put things on the computer wrong. Yeah, and you're going to have to delete them. She's going to, I don't know, book a client in on the wrong day because you didn't train her. She didn't save the details. No, exactly the same. This is what I'm getting at. This is like training someone, but this isn't like training a member of staff. You don't have to spend weeks, months, and years training chat. You need to set it up and train it. I reckon a day or two of training it in a formal way, which I'll tell you about at some stage, will get you to almost a trained member of staff. But it does have the ability to continue to learn as well without you having to stop to train it. So don't think, "Oh my God, Carl, you've given me more work." I haven't. I'm asking you that to get your chat, take 1 or 2 days to get it right and you sort it. Unlike your front of house. Um, and it's never going to leave you, right? It's not going to take 3 years training and leave you. Okay. So it's an additional team member, right? You don't have to pay them. I think that's the best part, right? This is something that's going to help you. I like that slide. It seems to have come up every few moments. So I think I've duplicated the presentation. I jumped up in excitement, did I? There we go. Okay, we're down on 22. AI gets things wrong. Must be my finger, guys. Apologies. How does your AI become you? Okay, we get into the crucial part, and I promise you at the end, we are going to do a couple of fun things, all right? How does it become you? You have to tell it, you have to give it all of the knowledge you can. So you need to give it your prices. Now, that might mean just giving it your website. You have to give it your policies. But if you've done a blueprint, if I've ever coached you, you'll have a blueprint, or you should have. You can just give it to it. You haven't got to type it in. Yeah, you can cut and paste it. You can photocopy it, by the way. Right? You can just send the original file. It hasn't got to be tidy or just send it. Okay. It's got to know your services, but again, that could be off your price list. And frequently asked questions, what things come up all the time. You've got to give it some knowledge. You've got to give it your rules. So yeah, you got to, so your rules is I want you to talk to me or answer in these ways. You got to tell it that. I mean, I do very often when I do say social media posts because I like to use a chat for social media posts and then change them to adjust and then change to adjust to me. Okay, sorry, we got a glitch on someone's system, but mine's still running okay. Hope you guys are okay. Um, your rules. What I mean by your rules is I want you to do this post in a very friendly, humorous way. I want you to send the newsletter out in a very friendly, humorous way. Okay, or a very, whatever your rules are. Okay, we got someone coming in. Then is your tone, right? We've It'll become you. It'll start to sound like you. If you're like me, full of energy and enthusiastic and a little bit sarcastic, perhaps, I'm afraid you are going to train your AI to be exactly like that. And of course, once you've got it set up, you've got to test it. Now, I said to you at the beginning, not to be overwhelmed, right? Right up at what are we in now? We're in 23, right up here. I did say to you, don't get overwhelmed. I'm going to talk a lot. There's a lot of things, and I'm going to help you. And I'm going to help you now because I want to tell you about how you can work with me on this. But don't go because I want to tell you how I can help you in a boot camp, in a training course we got coming up. But I want to show you those two things at the end because I think you're going to really, really enjoy them. So let's do this. We are going to have a boot camp and we're going to start it next Tuesday. Now, let me get out of that a moment before I tell you about that. Why am I starting it next Tuesday? I'm starting it next Tuesday because you don't have time to wait 3 months, 6 months, 2 years. Oh, I'll catch up. By the time I've finished the boot camp, the half the world will have passed us by, right? But I will tell you that if you did the boot camp and you finish it, you'll be in the top couple of percent of people using chat in the world. Of everyone using it, hardly anyone is doing this. It's ridiculous. You think, oh, everyone's using it and everyone's amazing. No, they don't know what they're doing. They're missing this bit. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to run a boot camp, a 30-day boot camp, starting next Tuesday. Now, if you are busy on Tuesdays, don't panic. Everything will be recorded, but it's better if you're here. Yeah. I won't be going this fast, by the way. I won't be jabbering at this screen and going like hell to try and get you as much knowledge as possible. I promise you. The idea with a boot camp is everyone who comes will leave with a fully trained AI clone. Something that reflects your business, that is trained, has the knowledge, has everything that I promised it or promised you before the end of the boot camp. No matter how worried you are about tech, no matter how amazing you are with tech, you will have one. So we're going to start that next Tuesday. Now, I have put in here all of the things that we're going to be covering. You probably can't see it, especially if you're on a phone or something. Um, we're going to build the DNA. I haven't told you what the DNA is yet. It's really all those rules and regulations. We're going to define the clone's job. What do you want it to do? Because you could have a clone for your business. You can have a clone that does everything, but you might just want a marketing clone. You might just want a pricing clone. You don't need to do that, but we are going to define it. We'll load the knowledge. We'll get everything onto that system for you, or we will be doing it together. All right. We'll write the rules of response. I want my answers funny or humorous or serious or okay. We'll tell what language. I want them all answered in Welsh or French or German, whatever you want. We'll have all the right settings. Lots of people don't know about the settings. I go into people's AIs with them, and the settings are all over the place. All right. They don't know what the memory is. They don't know what they should be saving. They don't know about the security. That's a worry, guys. The security settings in your AI are really, really important. You probably already knew that. We're going to build a prompt library.
I'm not going to do that.
They, there won't be millions and millions of prompts, but there will be prompts. Okay. Create templates. We'll train with examples. I'm not just going to shout at you on a screen. We will train. I will get you ready like you're becoming an expert, right? In the use of chat for your business. You're going to have a new friend. Sad, isn't it? You're going to have a new chat friend. And do you know what? I don't want to digress, but you can go off onto YouTube and find out that that's a real problem, okay, in society, chat friends, all right? But that's not part of the training. It's not part of the boot camp or anything. We're going to test it. You won't leave me with something that don't work. Guardrails, basically, they are the kind of things that keep everything on track. I will take you through them, all right? Things that you never want chat to do. So it's like one of my guide rails might be, I don't ever want any certain profanity in any of my text. That's a guide rail. That's not acceptable for me. Yeah. Um, we're also going to make it easy for the team to understand. And if you want them to use it, you can, but you'd have to make sure the chat knows who's using it and how to maintain and improve it. Because after we finish the boot camp, that's not the end of life. It means you've got something amazing that's going to continue and continue and continue as long as chat does. But you need to know, how do I keep things going? Right now, most of the keeping it going is automatic. So that boot camp is next Tuesday. It's going to be for 30 days, which is basically 4 weeks. But I have allowed for an extra 2 weeks of bonuses, just in case you want to do a bit more, right? So it's 30 days, we get everything done. I've added 2 extra bonus days in case we need to repeat things, in case there's people who have missed out, or you've missed the recording, or you couldn't make it that night. So 30 days plus 2 weeks backup, just in case. Prices on there, $3.95, and that includes VAT. So if you're VAT registered as well, that's cheap as chips, guys. And if you want to pay by 3 installments, including VAT, you can, $149. Right, that's in there. I'll give you the link in a moment. Is it link gone in? We'll pop that link in a moment. And I don't know why he keeps jumping up there. He's very excited about this. Have you ever said any of these? He just wants to keep going back to that, right? There we are. You'll see this. You'll get a copy of this video as well, by the way. So you're going to be able to go back through this at some stage. Now, some of you will be having a heart attack. And you'll be like, oh my God, Carl, I don't have time to spend with you for the next 4 weeks, as much as I love you. And I would like you to spend the next 4 weeks with me, 1 day a week for 4 weeks and maybe some bonuses. But if you don't have time, or you are really scared of the tech, okay, we'll build it for you. Now, I want to be clear here. We will build the clone in your image, all the settings, all the knowledge, all the DNA, all the tech. We will do that for you. However, you still need to either come or watch the videos on how to use it. I can't like, okay, I can't transmit what you gotta do. That option is also available. You can see that on there, $6.95, including VAT. If you're VAT registered, even better for you guys. Or if you want to pay over 3 installments, you can do that as well. And it's gone back up again. It's determined to do that. Right. If you take the second option of me building it for you, all right, then we still need one meeting with you, okay? It'll be one-to-one, by the way. It won't be the whole world. It'll be you and I sat on a laptop, and I will be asking you some questions because I need to understand, right? I just want to gather information off you, so I make sure that it does everything for you. So you need one meeting with me. Just letting you know, really, that's the key thing there. Both versions get access to the community. All right, so after all of this, all you guys on here, and there's some other people who haven't turned up on here tonight, and I understand that, but they will watch the recording and join us over the next few days, I hope. Then you'll have a community as well. So you're going to be able to ask me questions all the time. You ask each other questions. My whole commitment to this is I'm not going to leave any of you behind. This is not like watch this course and get on with it. I'm going to drag every one of you sign up through the bootcamp or through the build for you, and then in the bootcamp, so you have a clone. Now, you might want to call that clone something else, by the way. Clone, assistant, co-pilot. Yeah. So if you see all this stuff around the internet, don't make it too technical. So there's two versions. Okay. Come with me for the next 30 days, or we build it for you, but you still got to do some training, okay? But you can do that at your leisure. Now, I can't see what slide I'm on at the moment because I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Okay, we're on 28. Now, there are bonuses for booking tonight, so I'm glad you stayed. I forgot about this bit. There's bonuses, all right? I don't know if you want me to, I'm going to tell you, but I don't want to go on about them. Everyone who books now, right, but there's another one, and I got to tell you, and then we're going on to have some fun, I promise you, right? 2 minutes. Bonuses for booking today. I'm going to give you 30 days access to my high sales, low stress club, right? That is more general in business, but I think it would be good for developing our relationship. And I'm pretty sure that if you're using AI in your business, especially if you was on that live check where like, oh, I'm in decline or I got that problem, come over to that, right? If you want to stay after that, brill. If you don't, no qualms, no problem. You're going to access to the AI Momentum community, all right? Everyone will be in this community. And I'm going to do a digital health check for you. So if you're signing up, I'll do it. Now, the digital health check will be a report on everything I can see about your business that's digital on a digital platform. Everything that's in, I don't know, whatever. Google, your website, every social media platform you've ever had, okay? And I will be able to tell you the health of your business from that perspective. And where possible, I'm going to do a competition check for you. I'm going to tell you, your competition are outsmarting you because of this quality of service, or they've got better opening hours, or they got a unique selling point or something like that. So that, yeah, it's a lot of work this end for us, but we want to make sure that, you know, I don't want to just sell you a course. I want you to grasp AI. I don't know. I did say, don't dabble, guys. You've got to embrace this. You got to be, you got to be all in on AI, just like you have with anything else. You could be all in on running a business or all out, all in on retailing, all out. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, climbing a mountain. Did you see that guy the other day going up that skyscraper? Anyone see that? Have a look on Netflix. He was all in, I promise you. All right. The biggest one in Thailand, I think it was. He was all in. He wasn't dabbling. Right. There's one more thing that I really want to share with you. When I get a phone call from a client or an email or a text or whatever, it's always, nearly always, one of two things. I want more staff, okay, or renters, but usually staff. I want more staff, or I want more clients. All right. Now, sometimes I disagree because there are other ways of building your business without going through these. But I'm only doing this tonight. I promise you, I'm not this. You will never see this tomorrow. I'm not doing it. Okay. This is just so much work to do. I just wanted to put it in there tonight because I really appreciate you're spending your time with me. I'm going to, after we've built your clone, okay? We're going to build your clone first. This will be after, but only the people who sign up tonight before midnight, right? We are going to have your AI powered path to new clients. Okay. We are going to make sure that we use your what do you call it? Your clone with our expertise to identify and reach out to new clients. And we'll try and find for you a segment as well that you've never looked at before. We will try and be really exploratory about this, but you will end up with a plan that chat has developed for you that talks in your voice that you'll be able to go and do. Now, it's not going to do the actions for you. If it says, I don't know, go and have a meeting with John at the local gym, well, you're going to have to go to the local gym, right? Sorry about that. But it will come up and find you niche opportunities. Okay. Now, I should tell you, I'm going to be doing this with you myself. I won't be giving it to one of the team or someone. You're not going to have an assistant. You will only get me to do this with you. I think it's just too important. Like, I wouldn't want you to feel as if, oh, well, it's just a thing on the side. All right. I normally charge like best part of 500 quid to do that for someone. That is now and tonight. Okay. Are you ready? Are you all okay at the moment? All right. Sorry, Kathy had to go. Oh, that's a shame, but okay, we'll send that over to you, Kathy, if you haven't gone already. We'll send that over to you in a moment. Right. Who wants to do this? This is totally true. This is. You can use chat in your personal life. You can do something like this. You can take a photograph of the contents of your fridge, the contents of your cupboard, right? Whatever you've got, right? A larder, if you've got a larder, or a basement, or your wine rack, okay? Or your wine cellar, whatever you got. Take a photograph of it. Then do this. Okay, we are going to do this together. It might be a bit fiddly, so bear with me a moment. We are going to do this. There we go. Have we got it? No, that's the wrong one. It's clear that's the. Oh no, there's the right one. Okay, so we're going to start a new chat. So all you got to do, guys, we are going to close that down a little bit. I'm going to pinch this image by your look. I'm going to copy that. So it's not so easy on a screen. I apologize. Let's close you down a bit. Sorry, guys. It's hard to find everything here. Oh, I nearly had it. Oh, did we have it? There we go. We're going to pop that into chat. There's a picture of my fridge. Okay. And then we are going to just ask it. this question here. Oh. So imagine you get home at night, all right? Your wife or your husband is supposed to cook tea and they haven't, or you just rolled in the door and you got to kind of now put a meal together for the family. Okay, maybe your fridge isn't always that full. Maybe you've only got eggs and bacon in there, or maybe you've got, an old tomato or something, but the principle is the same. Okay, you just copy that. I just got to find it again. We'll bring it back up on your screen. Okay, we pop that in there like that. Look. Okay, here's a photo of my fridge. I also have fresh bread and some potato waffles in the freezer. I need to cook them for 4 of us, but I only have 40 minutes. Can you suggest something without eggs? Because there's loads of eggs in my fridge that will keep the family happy, like using the air fryer. I like using the air fryer. Tell you that, right? Or I want a frying pan, or I want to make a sandwich, or whatever it is. Okay, there we go. I'll just pop that in there like that. This is on the slow version, by the way. I've got it on the thinking one. Analyzing the fridge for dinner suggestions. Whilst you're looking for that, we'll make sure that I got the next. Oh, I'm going to leave that alone, I think. I got it. I got the next one back. Okay, this will only take a few more seconds. Does anybody want the last one, the last session as well? Just put in the comments there. Carl, we've had enough. Can't take any more of you. Or Carl, I'd love to see the last one for this session. Just pop in the comments below. I'll do whatever you tell me. If you want me to go away, I'll go away. If you want me to help you with one more. It's a bit bigger than this, but it's to do with business. All right. Okay. There it goes. Oh, and also in the plus mode and in the thinking mode, maybe I should have done it in fast mode. You can see it thinking. All right. Because I've asked it no eggs. I'll focus on what's going on, all that sort of stuff, analyzing the image. It says spotted eggs. Now I can usually accelerate that. I should have got the menu ready, shouldn't I? See if it'll do answer now. Okay, whilst we're waiting for that, it's taking too long for me. See if I can go to thinking or instant. There we go. I've just sped it up a bit, guys. There we go. Option 1. This is a guaranteed win with the kids and the adults. You'll use potato waffles from my freezer. Cheese, you've got plenty, it says, right? Can you believe it can look in my fridge, right? Bread, optional for sandwiches, optional extras from the fridge. There we go. Air fry waffles, top with cheese and any extras. Back in the air fryer for 3 to 5 minutes. Serve as waffles or waffle sandwiches in white bread. Yes, it works beautifully. I've never had one, guys. I've never seen this in my life. Served with grapes on the side. That sounds a bit posh to me. Any salad bits from the drawer. They can't see the salad bits. So you got a waffle sandwich with salad. Option 2. Okay, if your family don't like that, comforting food. White bread, butter and cheese. Butter the outside of the bread. Fill with cheese. Don't be shy. Okay, air fry for this amount of time. And there we go. Basically a cheese, a toasted or roasted cheese sandwich. I'm sure you could think of that yourself, but I'm just trying to demonstrate the ability and the things and the versatility of things you can do. Now, I train my chat there to actually tell them that not to use eggs. Not that we have a problem, but let's say, you had some sort of allergies or something like that. You can actually train it. Gotta find, you can actually train it to have foods that don't use eggs or don't use bread or don't use flour or whatever you want to do. Okay. What was the answer, team? Did they want the last one? They won the last one. Right. Okay, let's do this. Little bit fiddly, guys, but let's try this. Now, if you've got your own, please do this. Quick confidence builder. Type this. No, don't type this bit into chat, GPT. Oh, yeah, you can type this in. Or cut and paste. I'm going to cut and paste it in a moment. I don't know what it'll say. Actually, I'll put it in your comments. Let me get that up for you. And then you can cut and paste it. If I can find my own bit of software. There we go. Right, let's take this for you. If I listen to Carl over the next 30 days, this time next year, my headline will be choose something from the left-hand side. Fully booked, prices up, team trained, no discounts, that sort of stuff. Okay, we'll get that over into the chat for you. So you can, if you've got chat open, pop that in. You see if you're typing it, or okay? So it'll say something like, if I listen to Carl over the next 30 days, this time next year, my headline will be, or, so what do you want it to be? Pick one of them. Okay, diary under control, clients upgraded, profit happening on purpose. Yeah, team trained, me unchained. I like that, yeah. Team trained, me unchained. Okay, that means they're all working and you ain't. And then the second one is, unless I keep doing what I'm doing now, then it will be this. Okay, so if you don't listen to me, right, write in what you think will be. I'll still be fully booked, but emotionally unavailable. Okay, fully booked, but mildly feral, right? Yeah, mildly wild and mad and crazy. Booked out and burned out. Right? Pick one of those. Okay, just type that in or type in your own version. Okay, it's just a bit of fun, but it's just to show the versatility of this product. Is anybody typing them in and tell me if you get any answers? Okay. Um, Next year I kept my word to myself and it shows. Oh, there we go. Oh, well done, Caroline. If not, same plans, same excuses, same year. I don't know if anyone can see the. Yeah, you can all see the chat, can't you? Brilliant. Focus versus distraction. Next year, focused, work built, real results. If you don't listen to me, busy, scattered, and still behind. All right. I think that's the Caroline. Is that Caroline that I know well? I think. Right. Okay. We aren't finished yet. All right. Yes, it's you. Oh, that's good. That's good. Good. I'm glad I didn't say anything wrong. So I can pop that if I can find my own chat. These have got a bit mixed up with everything. What are you laughing at? Well, we won't be doing that in the program, guys. In the boot camp, actually doing cartoon clones. That's for another day, but we will be talking about them and where we've got to be. Okay, so you put that in. That's what you kind of get, but that's not the end of it. What I want you to now do, okay, if we get to that stage, oh, you've got that now. Now you can write in. Now give me 3 reasons. It's a bit more serious. Don't forget, we're having a bit of fun with this tonight, and you haven't trained your AI. Once we train your AI, you're still going to get fun responses, but they're going to be very, very, you're going to be like, oh, that's me. That hurts. Now give me 3 reasons. Type that into your chat. Give me 3 reasons. Sorry, give me 3 reasons. I'm currently heading toward the second headline and one 7-day plan to move towards the first. Keep it simple. Also, give me one script I can use with clients this week. I'm gonna try and do this whilst you guys are having a go at that. Do you want me to cut that for you? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna cut that for you as well if you've got that far. Copy and paste. There we go. That'll help you as well, right? If you've got that far. So where did you do that a moment, guys, whilst I see if we can catch up with this. And then I'll type that in here. Don't forget, mine is well trained, so it's going to be very different to yours. Okay, well, I'm analyzing mine whilst you have a bit of a think. Here it comes. 3 reasons you're currently heading towards the second headline. You're reacting instead of deciding. Most days are driven by what's loudest, staff, clients, and admin, rather than what actually move the business forward. I bet that sounds familiar, doesn't it, guys? Some of you. You're doing work, sorry, you're doing work your business should be doing. Too much is still in your head. Okay, on your shoulders. Pricing, replies, decision, follows ups. I bet you can think there's so much for you to do, right? Or you're waiting for, it's telling me, this is giving me feedback based on what I've put in, by the way. You're waiting for more time instead of redesigning. How many of us are waiting for more time? I don't know what you're waiting for. Nobody's going to give it to you. People never will give you time, right? Everybody wants to steal your time. You already know that, don't you? Everybody wants to take time off you. Yeah, your husband, your wife, your children, your friends, your boss, if you've got a boss. Yeah, the tax man. Everyone steals your time. This is your chance to get back. Right? This is your chance to do what you need to do. So after all of that, I hope you're having fun. Still keep putting your comments up there. If you've come out, you've got good results, copy and paste them in or write them in. We've got the boot camp. Okay. It's a 30-day. I'm putting 2 bonuses in there if we need them as catch up. If we don't need them, we won't use them. But I probably will give you some bonuses and make sure that you're really, really, really ready for the use of AI. And don't forget that bonus, the big bonus of me doing your AI powered path is only tonight. All right. The other 3 are okay for tomorrow, but I'm only doing this one tonight. Yeah. It's not that I don't want to do it. I just want to do 100 of them. Okay. Or 200 of them. I just want to do it for the people who really, really want it. Okay. So sounds a bit weird. I know. All right. No, option 1 isn't every day. It's once a week. Okay, once a week for 4 weeks, but we'll have 2 more weeks where we will either catch up or add new value in. Okay, so if we have 2 of you in there, you're going to get a lot of love and attention. If we get 100 in there, we might need the last couple of weeks because I'm going to check in with every single one of you that you have got your clone ready. I'm not going to just talk like I've done tonight. I'm not just going to talk at you. I'm going to help you. That's why it's a boot camp. It's not going to be like a training video. It's a boot camp. All right. I'm going to make sure that everyone ends up with the same thing. So no, it's 4 Tuesdays on the trot at 6 p.m. Recordings available, but please come live if you can with 2 bonus sessions if we need them. But I promise you, I'll use them for something. And they're going to be optional for you, but they'll be adding value to what we do. And I got some exciting things, and they might not be actually coaching, just maybe opening your eyes to what's available, okay, in the world of AI. And by then, we might be on to the next thing in AI. Maybe we'll be on Chat 5.3. Okay, that is the end of the presentation. If you've got questions, my glamorous assistant has been writing like hell for the last hour and a half. If there are essential things I need to answer tonight, no, nothing essential. I'm more than happy as long it's about what we've done today. Don't start asking me about, can I use this to fly a rocket to the moon or anything like that. If you want to ask me questions now, I'm happy to have a chat with you guys. If you want to come put cameras on, um, you know, I'm here. I'm here for you. The MMPers know how I operate. I'm just trying to get things open to you. I can't seem to get. Oh, there we are. Can't seem to get rid of my presentation. No. Each Tuesday, right. The way it works, the first session is normally the half. I would say up to 2 hours. If you allocate up to 2 hours, then you're going to be safe and home for tea. All right. Um, I don't think we're going to get it done in an hour, but the reason I'm so uncertain is because I don't know what combination of people are going to turn up. We might have someone who's been using it and just wants to get better. That's going to be much easier than if you turn up and you're like, Carl, I've only just got my version this afternoon. I'm going to look after that both people, but you're going to need different times. So let's say, just to be safe, up to 2 hours for the 4 sessions. The bonuses will be as long as the bonuses need to be. But we're also going to have the community. So you're going to have, if you need extra time or you need extra videos or you need me to come in live, you will have that. I'm going to be yours basically for a month. Yeah, I'm going to dedicate myself to you for a month. That's roughly how we do it. So I got to find my camera now, guys. I've lost you all. gallery. There we go. Right. Oh, I just closed it. What slide do we need? Do you want to put your cameras on, guys, and ask me questions? Anything about AI, starting off with ChatGPT, its limitations, the security risks, and we do that in the boot camp anyway. But if you're worried about something now, how far can you go with the free version? Should anything you want to know, you can type them in. You can put your microphone on. Um, this bit, by the way, you ask what you want. This bit will be cut off the video that's going out to everyone else. All right? How's that? Does that make you feel a bit more secure? All right. If you're worried this and if you're worried that other people in the world will see this, then no. I think someone wants something. Well, tell me what you need. The options. Yeah, we'll get that. Well, give me a second, guys. We'll have that up for you in a moment. And we're going to share. There we go. I'm getting better at this. I only use Zoom every day of my life, and it changes every day. Okay, what are we looking for? The options for the bootcamp. Okay, guys. Do you want me to run through them again? Option one, 30-day bootcamp every Tuesday, 4 weeks, but I've allowed for 2 bonuses. I'm hoping to make the last 2 fun, unofficial parts of the course, if you like, but we will use them as run over, if you like, because I don't know what combination of people are coming in. Starting next Tuesday, and it's just because AI it's not like doing a retail course where we could like, oh, well, let's postpone it for a few weeks because not much is changing. We just don't have time. I think I apologized earlier for it. We just don't have time. It's changing faster than we can learn it. 6 p.m. if you're in the UK, 1 p.m. Eastern Seaboard Time, USA, or wherever you are. You'll have to check your own scale. Also available. $395. That includes your VAT, or $149 over 3 sessions. And the option 2 is we'll build it for you in the sense of we will input all the technical stuff once I've had a one-to-one with you, okay? And then you still need to learn how to use it. So you still have to watch the videos so that you know how to put things in, okay? But that point, once everything is in there, is as long as you can type or as long as you can talk, all right, now I know most of you, you can talk, right? You can type or talk, that's fine. It's not techie. And if you can cut and paste, you don't even need me to build it for you. If you can cut and paste and understand a few little bits of different jargon, it's not techie. But if you're kind of a technophobe, maybe you want me to build that a little bit. But honestly, I don't want you to make you think that, I'm a computer programmer or something. I won't have to program it. I've got to update it for you. I've got to get all the right information so that it feels like you. But you will need that one meeting with me, all right? Really, really important. By the way, the digital bonus, I'm going to need another meeting with you on that, or at least ask you to fill a form out so I know about you, all right? Probably can do that with a form, all right? So don't worry about that one too much, but you're definitely going to have to spend one session with me on Zoom. I need to know about your business. I need to know about you, how you feel. Are you humorous? Are you determined or grumpy or okay, whatever you think and feel. Okay. Any more questions? It's fabulous. I'm really, really pleased, guys, that you managed to turn up. I do know that, of course, there are Tuesday evenings, certainly at 6 o'clock for UK people, is quite challenging. It seems that whenever we hold the sessions, people are challenged. I'm either up against people watching the football, watching Coronation Street, putting the kids to bed, making the tea, watching Netflix. In the summer, it's barbecues. So it seems whenever we have it, it's a bit of a challenge for some people. But we will be getting this out to you on rerun. Do you get community access with option 1? Yes, you'll get community access. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, definitely. Everyone who signs up will get community with me. Yeah, definitely. You I want to look after you guys. I don't. Those of you that know me, you won't be worried. Those of you that know me will know that I'll go to the ends of the earth to make sure you get what you need. Those of you that don't know me, I appreciate that you've got to spend a little bit of time understanding and learning me. Right, that's fair enough. Okay. Happy to take questions in chat or happy to take videos. If you need to get a hold of me, the best way to get hold of me, well, if there's any questions at all, email me probably at the moment, info@salon-help.co.uk. If you want a little chat on there. Just yeah, I won't miss things in there. And hopefully most of you are on my groups as well. We've got the Salon Help business coaching group, which is a free one. You can always find me in there as well. I'm easy to find, right? Okay. All right, everyone out here, are we all done? Okay, we all good? Can I speak to you when this finish, please, Carl? Angela, please stay on then. Okay, I missed the beginning. Can I rewards or can you tell me if I need it? Missed all the beginning. Can I rewards? Oh, sorry. Of course you can rewatch, Zoe. We will send you the video tonight. Sometime tonight. Okay? Do you want to phone me 2 o'clock in the morning and let you know it's arrived? Okay, yes. We are going to take this off, edit just the ends, tidy them up. We're going to upload it, download it, and God knows what. We'll get it out to everyone so they don't miss it. But we're putting it out as quick as we can because that bonus for building your client path, right, is only tonight. So we're gonna be moving fast. As soon as this goes off, we'll be working for the next 3 or 4 hours. Okay. Any more questions, guys, or should we call it a night? Okay. All right. Well, we will send to you a recording in the next few hours, and we'll probably send you a reminder email tomorrow as well. You'll get a few reminders, guys. We don't want you to miss out. Sorry I didn't get to see some of you. Okay, you didn't put your cameras on, but I understand this day and age. Sorry I didn't meet you, Simon. Tracy, I haven't caught up with you for ages. Angela, thanks. Caroline, this and Blueprint, you'll be fine. Zoe, yeah, you didn't miss too much at the beginning. I was really setting the scene what AI was all about. But yeah, please watch it. But thanks for the support, Zoe. And we'll catch up again soon.